If you're a man, the world only respects pain. It only respects men who have the ability to go through the fire and come out something amazing on the other side. You look at professional bodybuilders who started with nothing. You look at business owners, people who through against all odds just became role models. They became the kind of people everybody looks up to, especially with like social media influencers now. But if you really look at history, you look at all of human history, who are the people we admire the most? Who have we written the most books about? It hasn't been guys who, just chilled in their castles and had a good time. It was brutal, man. I mean, you read the Bible and it's like, Jesus comes and he's telling people you got to love people, you got to take care of people, you have to do the right thing. And you can't be, and I'm paraphrasing a lot of stuff here, but you can't be a hypocrite. You can't pray in public because you want other people to love you. You can't do all these other things because you're trying to get something out of it. You just have to be that kind of person. They killed that guy. They killed him. And the interesting thing is a lot of, I think, the respect that somebody like Jesus, like, I mean, the Messiah, right? Like, a lot of the respect that he gets, a lot of the legacy that he leaves behind for us to follow is based on the fact that he was willing to go through the ultimate of pain, of pressure, of stress. In the Garden of Gethsemane, they said he was so stressed he was sweating blood, which is something that actually happens, by the way, to human beings. You see people on death row, they will actually sweat blood before they're going to be put to death because they're so stressed. So you see that. Let's say you're not religious. Napoleon Bonaparte has more books written about him than any human being who's ever lived. Which is nuts. It's kind of crazy. At least the French have one good thing they could say about themselves. They had Napoleon. But if you look at his life, it wasn't like he just won wars. He just stood behind and watched everybody. I mean, he was in it. He was seeing people that trusted him, that believed in his mission, that believed in what he was doing to conquer the world. They saw it and they believed in it, and he had to see these people getting blown to pieces by cannonballs. I mean, it was brutal. In the modern world, we have these people that they go out on their own, they start a business, and for multiple years in a row, nobody knows who they are. The only people that do know who they are talk shit about them. They treat them poorly. Why don't you just give up and get a real job? This whole motivational speaking thing is ridiculous. Who are you? I mean, I remember when you were doing drugs in high school. I remember when you were stealing. I remember when you were this. And the reality of that pain is the reality of pain is pain has the power to completely destroy a human being, but it also has the pain to completely transform a human being into something bigger, better, brighter than has ever been seen before. One of the reasons why I think David Goggins has become so popular over the last few years is because he put his book out. He talked about like this spray painted nigger on the side of his car when he was in high school. I mean, this is a kid. You got to think about this. This is just a kid going to school. And not even just a kid. Like, he went through insanity levels of abuse by his actual father. His mom leaves. She finds another guy who's actually good to them. He actually takes care of them. He's like a real role model, a real dad. And that guy gets shot in the fucking face. His brains are blown out all over his garage. And then David's got to go back to school to people spray painting nigger on the side of his car. And so the reason why, the reason why is because we admire stubborn bastards. That's it. That's it. That is the simplest truth. If you want to live a great life, you want to become great, you want to do amazing things, it's literally just being a stubborn bastard You're being the kind of person you're like, I know what I'm doing is right. I know I'm doing the right thing. I know I'm pushing as hard as I can. I know I'm giving 100%. When I go to bed at the end of the day, I'm exhausted and I'm stressed. I'm overwhelmed. I'm trying to build this business. I'm trying to do whatever it is I possibly can do to aim at the highest good possible in my life. I'm doing everything I possibly can. I'm just getting knocked the fuck out every goddamn day. Every fucking day. I'm just getting brutalized. Every day, no matter how hard I try, I'm just getting brutalized over and over and over again. But I'll never give up because I know what's right. It's like the combination is being a stubborn bastard and loving the truth so much that you're willing to endure anything to bring it to other people. And the challenge, and I think this is even harder in the modern world because things are so easy, it's so comfortable. It's so easy to get anything you want. Earlier today, I ordered my groceries. I didn't have to get out of I didn't even leave my office. The guy brought them to the door, and our cleaning lady brought them in for us today. I mean, I did nothing except push a couple of buttons on my phone. So it's so easy. Well, the problem with that is you get used to the easiness. You get used to just feeling like, oh man, this is just how life is supposed to be. It's just supposed to be easy. I just have to push some buttons. One of the reasons why like day trading securities has become so popular is because people are like, oh wow, I could just push some buttons and I'm gonna get rich. And they don't look at the statistics that like 98% of day traders fail miserably. Some of these people lose everything day trading. They don't look at those statistics. Oh, it's okay, I just push some buttons. But the reality is the only way to be great is to be willing to just suffer. And I mean suffer like a motherfucker. And people are like, "Oh yeah, I get that. I'm all about the suffering. Ha ha ha. This is so cool. This is so motivational." You don't understand, man. You don't fucking get it. Like I grew up in an insanity level violent household. I mean, I had family members hitting each other with fucking baseball bats. I had people like keeping me up all night on methamphetamines to help them rearrange their tool bags so that they could go to work, fuck it up the next day, and rearrange them again the next day. I went through so much shit. You'd have thought you get into your 20s and everything's just going to be golden. You're going to be one of those Instagram kids. You're going to be a millionaire in your 20s. You know how fucked my 20s were? And then I got mentors, and I got mentors, and I did what my mentors said, and I worked hard, like Jim Rohn said, I worked harder on myself than I worked on my job. You think my life is without fucking problems? Do you think your life is going to be without fucking problems? You realize the way to get rich in this world is to surround yourself with problems and consistently find bigger and better ways to solve them? You want to be great? You're going to have to tackle problem after fucking problem over and over again. You're going to have to sacrifice everything in your whole fucking life over and over again with no guarantees. Part of the reason I tell people I don't think it's a good idea to be an entrepreneur is because it's awful, man. It is fucking hard. You'll do everything right and you'll still get punched in the fucking face. You'll treat everybody like they're God and they'll still treat you like shit. All the while, your friends and family are telling you you're making a mistake. Why would you do that? I can't believe you would go through this. Why don't you just go get a job? You're good. You have skills. You can get a good paycheck. People are going to tell you all kinds of things because they don't know what it's like. They don't know what it's like to be a stubborn bastard who's in love with the truth. You have to be the kind of person that you're like, look, man, God put me here to do something. He didn't put me here to be a fucking ant to be stomped on by a boot. He put me here to do something fucking amazing with my life. And I just can't live any other way. I have to do this. It doesn't matter to me how hard it is. You know, I love going to the gym. People ask, oh, how do you do it? Like, aren't you sore all the time? I'm sore as fuck, man. My body is constantly fucked up. My hip is always jacked up. I always have to do all these extra stretches just to get my hip to move the right way. My elbows and my wrists are always fucked up. I gotta do these weird stretches where I'm flipping my hand upside down and pushing it against the wall just to get my arms to work the right way. My muscles hurt. I'm fucking tired. Every single day, I am going to fucking war with everything that makes me weak. You have to be a stubborn bastard if you want to be great in this world. There's no other way. There's no other way. And you have to decide for yourself, am I willing to do that? Am I willing to just suffer day after day after day after day, year after year? Am I willing to go through all of this pain and suffering, all of this bullshit, all of these people doubting me, all of these people hating me, posting content on social media so people can talk shit to me about my fucking hairline or my clothes or my background, or talking shit about me because I did X, Y, and Z, or because I said X, Y, and Z, or judging me? Can you do it? And the reality is, you have to go deep down inside of you. You got to spend some time talking to God. You have to spend some time just looking at yourself and saying, "Hey, look, man, what was I actually made to do? Was I made to be great? Was I made to be just a nobody, just an average whatever human being? Just another number, just another cog in the machine?" And it's fine. It's fine. If that's what you were made to be, you didn't even make it this far in the video because you're like, dude, this guy's insane. But if you were made to do something great, you have to say to yourself, it doesn't matter what I have to go through. It doesn't matter how many people doubt me. It doesn't matter how many times I fall down. I'll just keep getting back up. And for those of you that have kids, you gotta instill this in your kids. You have to teach them to keep getting back up. You have to do this with your family. Especially if you're a man, you got to do this with your wife. You got to be the kind of person that pushes your family to be better every single day. Because the reality is, if you look at statistics around people retiring, when people stop pushing for a better future, they die. On average, people die within 5 years of retiring. Why? Because they think their life is over. God didn't do that to them. The devil didn't do that to them. The stress of working for 40 years didn't do that to them. They did that to themselves. They made a decision in their own mind that since I'm retired, I guess my life is over now. And the reality is, a lot of these people that die within 5 years of retiring, they would have had another 30 years in them if they had a bigger mission in life. If they had a bigger vision. If they had said to themselves, you know what? I wasn't just put here to work, pay bills, eat shit, and die. I was put here to do something. I was put here to make an impact in other people's lives. I was here to change something that's not right, that I know isn't right, that I've been silent about for years because I'm too much of a fucking coward to say something, to do something, to take action, to go out on my own, to fall down and get up, and fall down and get up over and over again until the problem was solved. So if there's one thing I want to tell you guys, if there's one key piece of advice I hope everybody picks up from this video, you have to fall in love with the truth, and you have to be a stubborn bastard that you just never give up. You never allow anybody to talk you out of this. And honestly, those of you that don't believe in God, I feel so sorry for you because you're trying to do this all on your own. You can't. You can't. You gotta say, hey, look, God, you put me here for something. I'm gonna fucking do it, man. You made all this shit around me. You made the grass and the trees and the birds and the fucking whole universe. You could do that, I could do this. I could get through this. Just push me in the right direction, I'll walk. I'll walk. You got a willingness to walk in life, you can get anywhere you want. You got a willingness to say, hey, look, my feet hurt, I'll just keep walking anyways. I'm tired, I'll send another, I'll make another phone call, I'll make another pitch. I'll do something. I'll do whatever I possibly can every fucking day of my life because one day this is all going to end for all of us. And the worst thing, I think, isn't that you fail in this life, it's that you fail in this life and you're conscious after this life and you look back and you say, man, I could have done so much more and I wasted it.